Imagine this. Sirens blare, a tornado tears the sky open, ripping the heart out of a quiet town. In a distant city, a wall of water rises without warning, then crashes through skyscrapers, swallowing everything in its path. Streets vanish beneath waves. People run, desperate, clutching loved ones as the world around them crumbles. Cars tumble like toys. Power lines spark and fall. A bridge gives way, collapsing into chaos. Overhead, black clouds churn, blotting out the sun. The roar is deafening. Windwater fear. This isn't a movie, this is real. Every year, somewhere on Earth, nature unleashes its fury. No warning is ever enough. No preparation is ever complete. When the storm arrives, all we can do is run, hide, or pray. Welcome to the terrifying power of catastrophic storms, where survival is never guaranteed, and the world you know can vanish in a single, unstoppable moment. Did you know a single storm can unleash more energy than all of humanity's weapons combined? Think about that. Every bomb, every missile, all of it dwarfed by one swirling mass of wind and rain. These aren't just bad weather. They are monsters. They have names like Typhons from old myths. Katrina, Haiyan, Bola. They don't just knock on your door, they take the door. They take the house. They take the whole street. We build our cities of glass and steel. We think we are in control. But then nature decides to remind us who is really in charge. And that reminder comes with a force you can't possibly imagine. These storms are born over warm oceans. They start as a whisper, a gentle disturbance in the atmosphere. But they feed on heat. They grow. They begin to spin, fueled by the Earth's rotation. It's like a predator learning to hunt. First it's just a tropical depression, then a tropical storm. Then it earns its name. Hurricane, typhoon, cyclone. The name changes depending on where you are in the world. It's a spinning engine of destruction, hundreds of miles wide. Its power is measured in categories. But no category can truly capture the terror of being in its path. I've been in extreme environments, blizzards and deserts. But a monster cyclone demands a different level of respect. It's not just one element you're fighting. It's everything at once. It's the wind, it's the rain, it's the debris. A piece of wood becomes a spear. A street sign becomes a guillotine. The wind is terrifying. But it's not the deadliest part of these storms. The real killer is the water. It's called a storm surge, but that name is too gentle. It's not a surge, it's a wall of the ocean that can rise 30, even 40 feet high. It doesn't flow around things, it demolishes them. It lifts entire houses off their foundations and carries them away like toys. It swallows whole towns in minutes, leaving nothing behind but a saltwater wasteland. Let's talk about the wind, not a breeze, not a gale. We're talking about winds that move faster than a Formula One race car. Sustained winds of 150, 180, even over 200 miles per hour. At that speed, the air itself becomes a weapon. It doesn't just push against buildings, it finds a weakness, a loose shingle, a tiny crack in a window. It gets inside and pressurizes the structure from within. The building doesn't collapse, it explodes. Roofs are peeled off like can lids. Walls are blown out as if from a bomb. It's a relentless, brutal force that seeks to dismantle everything in its path. If you're enjoying this, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. I remember hearing stories from survivors of Hurricane Andrew in Florida. They hid in bathtubs and closets, the only interior rooms in their homes. They pulled mattresses over their heads for protection. They listened as their houses were torn apart around them, piece by piece. One family described feeling the whole house lift from its foundation, then slam back down. They could hear their belongings being sucked out into the storm. The wind wasn't just outside anymore. It was inside with them, tearing their world to shreds. Survival was measured in inches and seconds. The sheer power is hard to comprehend. That wind can turn a grain of sand into a bullet. It can snap massive trees like twigs. It can drive a piece of straw through a solid wooden post. Think about that for a second. During Hurricane Camille in 1969, wind speeds were so high they destroyed every wind measuring instrument. We'll never know the storm's true top speed. It was literally off the charts. The wind was too strong for our technology to even measure. In the middle of absolute chaos, the wind suddenly stops. The rain ceases. The screaming roar is replaced by an eerie silence. You might even see a patch of blue sky. This is the eye of the storm. For those who've never experienced it, it feels like a reprieve. They think the storm is over. But coming out is the deadliest mistake they can make. The eye is a trap. Nature's ultimate deception. While you stand in its calm, you are surrounded by the eye wall, the storm's most violent part. Once the eye passes, the winds return with a vengeance, from the opposite direction, finishing off anything weakened by the first half. We track them with satellites, predict their paths, and give them names to try and understand them. But when a Category 5 monster is spinning offshore, all our technology feels frighteningly small. We are at nature's mercy, and these storms are changing. The world is getting warmer, the ocean storing more heat, the fuel for these monsters. The science is clear. Storms are becoming more intense and more destructive. We are no longer just facing these storms. We are feeding them. Respect the wild. Because you never know when it will decide to roar. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, and share for more.